Here we let me get my screen shared here and then we'll get rolling. Gotta move all the things out of the way. All right. All right, we good? Can everyone see that? All right, awesome. Welcome to tonight's call. I'm so excited you guys are here. We want to share some really cool things with you that we hope will really pique your interest and kind of light a spark in you like it's done for us. So, want to share. So, first of all, who is Green Compass? Green Compass is an organic CBD company based out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Just a tiny brief backstory. I had used CBD in the past. I am very conscientious of the products that I put in my body as far as on a toxic level, contamination, not being organic, like a lot of things. I've dove into a lot of products and I've kind of spent the last few years realizing what is not great and what is marketed to look great, but it's not. And so it's been very important to me to find products that align with what I want in a company and what I want in a product. And so when I found Green Compass, I was actually using a different CBD brand. And I had kind of come to realize that, on the scale of good, better, best, they were maybe better, but they weren't the best. And so when I found Green Compass, kind of just landed in my lap and it was like, okay, I could utilize this for myself. And I loved everything that I saw, and I'll share with you kind of what that looked like. And so I decided to really honestly just dive into the business because I knew that people needed this, but at no capacity did I understand until I started to share this that every single human walking the face of the earth, and I always say that, but it's so true. Everybody needs this product. So kind of fast forwarding into a little bit about the company, how it was founded. So they actually, Green Compass came about in 2019. It's really awesome. I always share this, but I think it's so cool because we all know what happened in 2020. In 2019, they launched Green Compass, and a consulting company estimated that they would do 300,000 in their first year. They did a million in their first 45 days, and they did 12 point something million in their first year, and they've doubled ever since. And I think those numbers are important to note because I'm a numbers person. Like, I'm not good at math. But like, show me the numbers. I want to know like what this like what capacity are we like are we able to really share this product? And so it's really awesome. So anyways, this was founded by Meredith Cook. She and her husband founded this company, and basically she was struggling after having one of her babies, and her brother, who was a triathlete, he had used CBD. This was before Green Compass had ever started. He had used CBD. She started using it, realized what a significant help it was for her. And then they just so happened to be friends with these organic sweet potato farmers, a six generation farmers, and they happen to have organic hemp growing on their fields. And so they tried it. It worked amazingly well. Everyone in the area, again, this is in Wilmington, North Carolina, everybody's trying to ask them for if they can have some of this and use it and utilize it. And so she wanted to create something that was going to be safe for the whole family, which is really important to me personally. And when I share this product with people, the fact that I get to say like this is actually like something that's so safe for the entire family, I think that speaks volumes, because it just shows that anyone and everyone can use it. So really quickly, just kind of a brief overview of CBD in general. It's a very unregulated industry. 80% of the CBD that comes to the US is from China. It's contaminated. The hemp plant is actually what they call like a vacuum cleaner plant, like a mob crop. It actually steals toxins from the soil, which is great. It purifies the soil and it actually purifies the air. So China's using it for a very good purpose, but then they're taking it and they're shipping it to the US, in which we are ingesting, if you don't know any better, and you are basically you're getting contamination from pesticides, herbicides, and Lord only knows what. And not to mention, a lot of companies are using the stem, the stalk, and the seed of the plant. Now, this is important because that creates a lot of quantity. So again, companies aren't transparent in what they tell you. You think that, oh, this is safe because it's bottled and it has a label and it's on the shelf for me to buy. And that couldn't be farther from the truth, because basically with it being not regulated, and this is what Green Compass is advocating for, we're advocating for clean CBD. We've actually sat at the round table in front of Congress to kind of share how we're doing it, and we're doing it right, and they are looking to us for help. But with that being said, you can basically put any label on a bottle, call it CBD, and put it on the shelf and sell it. So that's how very unregulated this is. So we only use the flower, going back to like the other companies using the aerial parts of the plant. We only use the flower of the plant. They actually hand pick the plant, the flower of the plant to use, which is just blows my mind. And so we only use the flower. So you're getting quality with this product versus, like I said, the other, a lot of times other things, you're not getting that quality in there. There is a 5 mile radius around the entire crop of organic soil, which means that there's no risk of any kind of runoff, pesticide, herbicide contamination. That was one of the big things that I was just like really kind of shocked to hear. They're vertically integrated, which just means that basically they own every step of the process. So everything from the seed to the seal, nobody else has their hands in this. They literally do it all there, which is really awesome. And they extract the hemp with CO2, which is awesome also because a lot of times companies will use chemicals to extract. So that's harsh. And then that's something that we're also ingesting. And I already said that we only use the hemp flower. Trying to think if I left anything out to share with you guys about that, about anything. So, what's really awesome is just, I always say this, but this literally will speak to every single person, because every single person that that I know, that and you can relate to this probably, but like everyone's struggling with sleep, pain, stress. My big journey and struggle has been anxiety my entire life. And so it's something that was near and dear to my heart, and I wanted a solution and a tool, and now I'm able to share that with other people. So no matter where you are, on, kid, whatever, like there's something for everyone. Just to name a few things. So we have our jellies, which one thing I didn't mention is we actually have, so there's gummies out there and then there's jellies. Gummies are fat soluble. Ours are jellies because they're water soluble. And the difference is the gut can actually absorb it. So we have like a 95% absorption rate. So that's really awesome with our jellies. We have something called nanotechnology, which basically shrinks down the CBD molecules so small with sound and pressure that the gut can absorb it. And so those work really fast. We have broad spectrum and full spectrum. Broad spectrum has absolutely no THC in it. THC is actually naturally occurring in the hemp plant. And just to kind of share, this is a totally different plant. This isn't marijuana. This is hemp. Hemp is very high in CBD, low in THC, and marijuana is very high in THC and low in CBD. And so it is the same family, but it's a different plant. So if someone is drug tested for their job, they will need to stick to the broad spectrum, which again, we 100% remove the THC out of that. So they're just getting the 25 milligrams of CBD, which, believe it or not, can be wildly helpful. But the extra, a little bit of THC can be helpful depending on what they're kind of going through or having trouble with. So we have those two options for people. It's kind of comes down to preference. It's in the advocate that invited you can help you determine that. We have collagen, which is awesome. I could go on and on. That has CBG, which is a different cannabinoid from the hemp plant. And so basically, one more thing I want to add just about like, I'm not getting too sciencey here, but one thing I want to add is that cannabinoids are actually natural. We actually make cannabinoids and they're naturally occurring in our body. They're actually found in breast milk. And this is wild to me because I think so often people think that this is like a foreign object or this is something that's like so taboo or so whatever. I don't know. I didn't know a lot. I didn't know much about it, but besides I used it, I didn't know how well this actually works in our body. And so the fact that we become deficient, and it's kind of like if you think about like a Christmas tree or like a circuit where if one like bulb is burnt out, the whole entire tree is burnt out. And if you just replace that one bulb, what happens? The whole tree comes back on. And so that's kind of how CBD works. It's fascinating to me how it works in the body, and it makes so much sense just because, like I said, they're naturally occurring in the body, but we're stressed. There's environmental toxins. There's so many things knocking down, and we become deficient. And then CBD comes in and really fills that gap, which is why people notice massive results with their pain, their sleep, their anxiety. And inflammation and a slew of other things. We have products more directed to gut health. We also have pet products. As my cat is walking by the my basement window, I'm like, we have pet treats, CBD. We have the pain cream is phenomenal. It's unbelievable how well it works for a topical cream. And just honestly, there's really is something for everyone. So if you guys have questions about any of that, let me know. And I think I'm gonna turn it over to Annie.
You are. Hi, everybody. My name is Annie Reed, and I'm going to dive in a little bit about the business side of Green Compass. So I have been here, gosh, a year in January, and it has been just the best journey to get started on. I actually came in looking to build a business, and this one just made a lot of sense for me. I've always been into holistic health, but I really liked many of the components of not only the products and how they were impacting me. I'm a mom of four kids. I have two daughters with Down syndrome, so I have a lot of just stress that I carry naturally. If you're a special needs mom in any way, you can relate to that. So the products really helped with my stress, my overwhelm, my anxious feelings, and I saw the business opportunity as a great avenue to help a lot of people in an industry that, we don't have a ton of competition. There aren't any other direct sales companies like this. And honestly, there aren't very many companies in the US at all that are doing it the way we're doing it. Our company actually is wanting to set the standards of what CBD companies should be doing. So that is something that was really appealing to me as well. And I'm sorry, my voice is like, I'm losing my voice. Okay, so let's dive into why the business opportunity with Green Compass. In my opinion, this is still a ground level opportunity. There are many states that have just a handful of advocates in them. I believe we have under 10,000 active advocates in the US. This is still not a well known brand in households, but it will be. And so it's a great time to get started. You can be one of the first in your area to start sharing about Green Compass, getting products that truly work in the hands of other people. The annual growth rate of the company right now is 21%, which is just crazy. And we're expected to hit 47 billion by 2028. We had just added in excuse me, we just added in functional mushrooms last August, and that has been a greatly expanding category for us as well. And just like Tabitha had mentioned, us cleaning up the hemp industry and CBD, we're also doing the same in the functional mushroom category. And we're not talking about like psychedelic mushrooms, we're talking about health mushrooms for immune support or cognitive support. And I think that category is supposed to raise by like it's another billion number. So another great reason to join the business opportunity here is we have consumable products. So we have a 73% customer retention rate. And I have been in this industry for almost 13 years now. And that 73% customer retention rate blows me away. It means that you are going to keep the customers that you get started on products because they're having such great results with the products that they are reordering month after month. So you're not constantly in this perpetual wheel of trying to find new customers every month to keep your business going. You can take really great care of the customers you have and grow a stable long-term income because of that. And then Tabitha touched on this a little bit. Everyone has an endocannabinoid system. Anything with a spine, even animals. We have a really great TED talk about the endocannabinoid system. As she said, it's naturally occurring in the body. It's in breast milk. It is in the hemp plant. And so when we plug those deficiencies, that's when we start to feel the effects of hemp in our body and what it can do for us. And that's the piece that I find so interesting and so fascinating is how CBD as a product can help multiple people in different ways based on their personal deficiencies because it's something we all need and we aren't creating enough of on our own. And then the quality, our standards, our firm, our mission is to be transparent and to lead the industry in innovation. We just had leadership in March in Dallas, and the founder of the company, Meredith's husband Sterling, got on stage and he spoke about speaking in front of Congress and that he actually spoke to the governor of Texas and they were talking about Green Compass setting the standard in the industry of what should be expected in CBD companies. And I think that is just in a world where, um, supplements are being sold and promoted like crazy, but a lot of them aren't transparent. You don't know what you're getting. All of ours are so transparent. You can see if it'll focus. Maybe there's a QR code on every bottle. Um, that takes you to our third party lab analysis. So you can see exactly what is in or not in your CBD. So you know you are getting the best, highest quality product and it will deliver on what it says it will do for you. And the compensation plan, they just actually enhanced our compensation plan. And I think that is something to be so excited and so proud about. I actually came from a different company and they had made significant cuts to our compensation plan. Here, they have rewarded two different ways to build your business, and it's really up to you what path you want to take. So, if you're someone that maybe you don't want to build a team, but you're into holistic health and you want to share your link either online or in discussions with people or even in person, you can make up to 30% commission by just sharing your link. Now, if you're someone that loves the idea of community, of team building, there are multiple ways to get paid where you can build a business with a team, like more of a traditional direct sales setup. But as I said, they have revamped our compensation plan to reward you in either path that you want to go in. You can be successful and pick what that looks like for you. As I said, you can earn 20 to 30% commissions on your sales, which is one of the highest in the industry. And in addition to that, you can make advocate enrollment bonuses. So if you do decide to build your team, you're going to get bonuses as those people get started. There are multiple bonuses to earn here out of the gate. And I'll dig into that in a bit, but you can get residual income paid on all volumes. Your level is based on your rank. And again, I came from a company that if we didn't have our volume balance, they would flush it. Like we would lose it and the company would get it. And I'm not talking about small amounts. I'm talking about I lost about $1 million in volume to the company being flushed. So that is what's so special here is I don't have to balance my volume. I don't have to do anything tricky to get paid on what I have built. All of the volume gets paid based on my rank and I love that. They offer check matching bonuses at certain ranks in the company. So as you grow a team, if you're interested in ranking up, you can grow your income also with these check matching bonuses, which is really kind of a leadership bonus as you're helping people grow. They are getting paid, you're getting a small percentage in a bonus. Um, we have something called Placement Suite, which is just a really great tool that a lot of companies don't offer. It helps us help our team build when they're really close to a rank advancement or the next level, um, to help them grow their team and their volume. We have clean start bonuses in the first 2 months. So, what that means is in the first 2 months, when you get started with your business, they're going to reward you with two different types of bonuses. Every 5 customers you enroll is a $50 bonus, and every 2 advocates you enroll is a $100 bonus. So you can hit the customer bonus as many times as you want. So I think in my first month, I had 25 customers get started with me. So I got that bonus 5 times in my first month. It's a great way to kind of build some income right out of the gate and just build a cushion. And it's really exciting to get those bonuses. Um, and then those start over day 30 through 60. So you can do it again in your second month. So that is a great way to get started. In addition to that, we have rank bonuses, but those are doubled within the first 4 months. So you can earn up to $6,700 to get started here. And you might be thinking, oh, but like that seems maybe not possible. There are multiple women on our team that have hit all of those ranks and got all those bonuses in their first month or first 4 months. But the cool part about that is if you hit those ranks after the 4 month part, you're still going to get a bonus. You just don't get the double bonus. So you're really getting rewarded double in the first 4 months that you start your business. So that's super exciting to get started and to know that you have such an opportunity to really bless your family while helping other people on their health journey. Okay, that kind of sums it up. I hope you guys could hear me okay. I feel like my voice is just terrible right now. But please, I think Tabitha will probably unmute us and then we'll open it up for questions. But if you have questions on maybe like what does an enrollment kit look like to get started, or do I have to do certain targets every month to get paid? Like, do I have to hit so many sales or do I have to carry inventory? Like, any of those questions that you might have, like, feel free to drop them in the chat or unmute yourself. We are an open book. We have the most beautiful community here and team that is just so special, and we would be happy to answer any of your questions.
And Annie, it looks like I think we have three on that
Okay.
are guests that I know of. It's Ariana, Abby, and
Lady.
Katie, yes.
Okay.
Um, and then if yeah, anybody has any questions.